Okay, so here we go. Next layer, layer 6. I put my new tin here. I absolutely love this. And I got it at work at the yarn shop with a gift card for my birthday, as well as these gorgeous little scissors. The scissors are from kelmscottdesigns.com. Putford scissors. They're miniature with regular handle holds. Aren't those adorable? Anyway. And then these gorgeous stitch markers, honeycomb stitch markers from the same place that the tin is from. So these folks are called fireflynotesonline.com. But you can also get these at Pudding Yarn. Look at that little bee. So I'm going to use my bee and put my scissors back because I don't have those right now. And here we go, layer 6. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, this has been a long time coming. I have been just having a few, a little bit of depression going on. So it's been a hard time getting this episode out. But all is good. Anyway. Here we go. Layer 6. So we are working on, I've already done one pattern repeat. I call it Adidas. It's called Triangles as well, if you want to call it by its regular name. And I am repeating it, of course, right after finishing my arches, of which I did four pattern repeats of the arches. I haven't steam blocked it yet, but I have been working on my color transition. So I have just finished doing a 2x2 color between my two ones here. And now after doing one pattern repeat, I'm starting to do a 3x1. So 3 of the new color of this light one and 1 of the dark one. So here we go. I'll open my notebook. Layer 6. Adidas. Not sponsored. Okay. So we're going to set up our foundations for our selvage edge. So 3 knit. Now it goes right into the pattern repeat. So this one you're going to knit 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the pattern repeat asks you to yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, and to do that 4 times in a row. So 4 times repeated. So yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, 1. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, 2. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, 3. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, 4. When, as always, when you're starting a new sort of pattern repeat or a new lace stitch, I always like to pause, make sure I have done what the pattern asks for, knit 3, yarn over, knit 1, slip 1, pass slip stitch over, and we did that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Perfect. Go back to the beginning of the asterisk, knit 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. Oopsie. Yarn over. I was trying to convince myself I was not going to say oopsie this part, but apparently I just cannot control myself. Oh dear. 3, 4 times. So let's go back and check. Knit 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, yarn over, yarn over, yarn over 4 times. Perfect. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way to the end. And as always, if you can squeeze in one, do it. If you can't, don't. I'll show you what I did here for my Adidas. So you can see I got 1, 2, 3 holes, but then I just did knit 2 and then make 1 and got into my selvage edge because I couldn't make 4 holes. Next row up, I did 3 holes. And that's what we're going to do on the next row. So I will see you at the next row. Yes, so purl back and then see you row 3. Okay, here we go, row 3. Hold on, just gonna do that. Okay. Row 3, we're gonna start again at the beginning of the asterisks of our pattern of our stitch repeats. Knit 4, 2. Okay, so this is where it gets to be handy. So you're going to knit 4, so your 4th stitch is going to be into the top of that first yarn over that you did on the last one, so that gives you a clue there. Now we're going to make sure we have 3 eyelet holes coming up. So yarn over, slip 1, you're knitting into the top of where you did that last yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. You can see now you have this, your stitch is kind of going off to the left, which is what that slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over does. I'm going to yarn over again, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. Okay, so we have done 1, 2. We want to do 1 more, yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, oopsie, I said it again, pass slip stitch over. I realize for you guys when I say oopsie, it sounds like I'm saying it all the time. For me, I'm only doing it like every 15 minutes because I am knitting in between all of this and doing other things. Anyway, okay. So we've done that. Then the pattern says, okay, knit 1, and then knit 4. Well, that's really basically just a knit 5 in between each kind of eyelet group. So the last stitch of that knit 5 is into the top of your last eyelet yarn over on that first row. Then we're going to do a yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over 3 times. 1, 2. I don't know if you can hear the wind. There's wind whistling through my chimney. 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then we knit 5. But it's really like a knit 1, and then back to the beginning, knit 4, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue that all the way to the end. Again, build in those eyelets as close as you can to the edge within reason, and purl back, and I'll see you for row 5. Okie dokie, here we are. I guess row 5. I just did a color change. So, row number 5. We're going to knit 5. So that's easy to remember. Knit 5. Oopsie, sorry. Oopsie, sorry. I did it again. Oh gosh. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do 2 eyelets. So yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. Oh my, I hear that wind coming through the chimney. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1. I almost said it. Pass slip stitch over. And then the pattern says knit 2, go back to the beginning and knit 5, which is obviously a knit 7. So basic math here, folks. Knit 7 in between your eyelet patterns. You're going to do your final 7th stitch in the eyelet from the first eyelet from the last row on your eyelet repeat. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, and then knit 2, go to the beginning, knit 5, so it's a knit 7. So keep doing that all the way to the end. And purl back, and I will see you for row 7. Okay, row 7, here we go. I've already done my selvage edge. We are going to knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I knit that 6th stitch into my last eyelet. Now, you might have guessed it, only 1 eyelet at the top of this one. So we've done a 4, 3, 2, and now we're on a 1. There you go. We're going to knit 3, and then go back to the beginning of our pattern repeat, which is a knit 6. So that's really a knit 9 if you do the math. The mathematics, I don't know, whatever. And then make 1 eyelet, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, and then knit 9. To your next eyelet, go all the way to the end, purl back, and I will see you for row 9 when we're going to stagger this baby up. Okay, here we go. Okie dokie, so here we go, row 9. I've already done my selvage edge. I'm just doing a color change here. Boop. We are going to knit 5 before our pattern repeat starts. So knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knit 5. Then we start our pattern repeat with the asterisk. So we're going to knit 3. Your 3rd stitch is knit into the top. Your middle stitch of that 3 is knit into the top of your previous yarn over. And then, like we did on row 1, we do 4 eyelets with a yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. So yarn over, slip 1, I almost said it, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over, yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over, yarn over. Oops, I dropped one. Okay, this is what I do when I drop one. So here we go. Get it all nicely set up. Make sure the stitch is not twisted. And then I just pop that on there. And then use my knitting needle. There we go. Okay, so I've done what? What's that, 3? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over, and then we knit 3. The middle stitch of those 3 goes into the yarn over from the triangle before. Yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over. Do that 3 more times. And, oops. And I will see you on the other side. Okie dokie, here we go. Row number 11. So I've already done my selvage edge. For all the staggered triangles, we're going to start with a knit 5. So always a knit 5. So here we go. There's my 3, 2, 4, 5. Then we're going to knit 4. So similar to the first one, we're just jogging it over basically by 5 stitches. So similar to when I say the first one, the first pattern repeat. Okay, when we did our first set of triangles, we're now doing our second staggered set of triangles that are just displaced by 5 stitches. So I am doing now here 3 eyelets of yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over. Okay, and then it's going to ask me to knit one, of course, and then knit 4. So that's a knit 5 in total between eyelet clusters. And then we're going to do this yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over. We're going to do that 3 times and do that all the way to the end. So after your eyelet cluster of yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch overs for row 11, we'll then knit 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do 3. So do that all the way to the end, and I will see you for row 13. Okay, here we go. Row 13. We've done our selvage edge. We are going to, again, knit 5 because that's the offset. 3, 4, 5. And now we get right into it. Row 13 is knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I knit into the top of that last yarn over. Then we yarn over, slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over once, yarn over, slip one, knit 1, pass slip stitch over twice, and then knit 1. Oops. Damn it, I did it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh stitch is knit into the top of the last yarn over. Then we yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, 1 eyelet, and 2 eyelets. Slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, and then knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then do your eyelets again. And so 2 eyelets, and then we will see you after you do a purl row on the other side for row 15. Oh my goodness. Okay. See you there. Okay, so here we go with the very last couple rows. So row 15. I'm changing colors here. It's a little awkward doing this. Okay, here we go. Row 15, here we go. We're going to knit 5, 2, 3, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our offset. And then we're going to knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. That's our eyelet stitch. And then we're going to get into the pattern says knit 3, then go back to the beginning, knit 6, but of course that just means knit 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know you're in the right spot because your last stitch is on the last yarn over. You're then going to yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, and knit 9. And by this point you will have seen your beautiful triangle lace, or yes, Adidas lace pattern develop. So here, let's take a look at it. Here's mine. Now, of course, you can see I have done 2 pattern repeats. For it to even out, I think I am going to do a total of 3.5 pattern repeats. I want a little extra of this one. That's 2, that's 3.5. 3.5 pattern repeats for this one. So, happy knitting, and I will see you for part 6, layer 7 next. Bye. Okay, so I've been knitting furiously. And here we go. This is what it's looking like so far for the triangles. So I have got 1, 2, and I'm working on my 3rd pattern repeat. And I think for this I'm going to do 3.5. And the reason why I say 3.5 is that when you look at the sides here, I want to end with the first half of the pattern repeat with this triangle close to this edge here. So again, it's up to you how many pattern repeats you want to do, but I am going to do 3.5. And once again, I did 4 for the arches. So, happy knitting.